What's up, everybody? MJ here, back with another episode, and welcome to my NBA 2K20 MyLEAGUE expansion. You might want to take a minute to jump into the front office, check on some team morale, and then make some other minor adjustments. So let's get right into it. So one of the first things I like to do whenever I'm playing my league or doing any type of franchise league is I like to check in on the players. I mean, that how you keep chemistry high. That's how you take care of your star players and your role players, and just make sure that everybody is on par with the team, because you want to make sure team morale is high. If team morale is not high, it's going to start to affect the chemistry, and you're going to have guys that are unhappy, and then they're going to start requesting to be released, and you risk a chance of not being able to sign some of your best talent. So obviously MJ Everett is the best player on our team, and let's sort this from high to low just so we can check in on all the best players and then work our way down the roster. You can hit the X button, I believe, and then you view the player card, and it'll go into more details about exactly what's going on with the player. So obviously, MJ's not interested in talking about his future since he just signed a new deal, which I am fine with that. And then you can go into other things too, which I won't get into this video, but you can look at the stats, you can look at attributes, all these different things here that you can look at. But mainly, if you want to, you can take a peek at the badges just so you know how to use your players, because you don't want to use a guy in a way that he's not necessarily meant to be used. And then also just hitting the triangle button toggles you between the badges and the personality traits. So also kind of knowing the personality traits to help you when it comes to contract negotiation and just how your player performs on the court. So if we tap into Dwight Howard, let's look at him real quick. Look at his view player card, and then let's go back to the beginning. So his overview thoughts: I'm feeling fine about the way things are going right now. I'm happy with the games we've been winning of late. I would like to be more involved in the team's game plan. So these are the type of things you want to make sure that you actually pay attention to, because if you start to ignore certain players, there's a good chance when you try and re-sign them, they will not re-sign with you. And I didn't look at MJ's one for that, so let's go back. I did. Those are his thoughts. Be here. My usage rate has gains from where I expect them to be, so good for him. Jabari Parker, I am content with everything that's been happening. I feel good about the way the team has been performing lately. So we want to obviously keep that going up. We just want the morale to just keep going up. Thoughts: I'm very pleased about how things are around here. The team's success of late is something I'm feeling good about. I'm happy with my involvement in the team's game plan. See, so he is legit. So we want to just keep utilizing Shabazz Napier the way he's been utilized. We don't want to change anything with him and just leave him be. I feel okay with the current situation. I'm happy with the games we've been winning of late. So it seems like as long as we're winning games, everybody is okay with how things are going. I feel restless with the way things are going right now. I'm feeling good about how well the team has been playing. I'm not happy with my usage in recent games. So again, I already talked about Mikal Bridges. It seems that he's happy with how we've been playing, but he just feels a little like we're not really using him as much as we probably should. So that's fair. I would say that's pretty fair for him to feel that way. I'm feeling okay about the current situation. I feel good about the way the team has been performing lately. So probably going to get a lot of that. I'm curious what TJ Leaf is saying. I feel okay with how things are being handled. The team's success of late is something I'm feeling good about. So I think he really cares a lot about being on a winning team. He's loyal. I grew up a fan of the Supersonics. I don't know that there is anywhere else I'd rather be right now. See, I didn't know that. Good thing I actually looked at that, because these are the type of dudes that you want to have on a team. Even though we don't utilize him that much, we might be able to find a place for him, and we want to keep guys like this around. So just off of that fact alone, I know there's a good chance that we can resign him if we need to. So I'm going to try and get him a little bit more minutes. I'm trying to see if I can squeeze some more minutes out of him. Austin Rivers. Let's see what his is looking like. I feel fine with the way things are going right now. I'm feeling good about how the team has been playing. I like my involvement in the team's game plan. So probably won't change much for him, except bumping him up the roster. But again, I might not make those changes right away. You might just leave it as be. Kyle Anderson. Wonder what he has to say. I'm feeling gratified about how things are going. The team's success of late is something I'm feeling good about. Again, another person who's feeling good, down to X. I'm probably going to say the same thing. I'm very pleased with everything that's been happening. The outcome of recent games have me feeling pretty good. My usage rate in games has been where I expect it to be. So we did the roster timeline, and it seems like everybody's pretty good with their roles on the team and where they fall in the rotation. I'm feeling content about how things are going. I've been proud of the way the team has been playing. My usage in the last few games has been good. So it's like, a lot of these guys are content, or at least good with how we've been playing because we've been winning. But there are a few guys that are kind of in that okay content range because they haven't really been getting the playing time that they want. I feel perky with how things are being handled. I'm very happy with the games we've been winning of late. I'm feeling good about the touches I'm getting in game. So, again, seems like everybody is good to go. Feeling fine about the current situation. I've been proud of. See, so I think we're all good with team morale. There's just a few guys here and there that we need to pay extra attention to. But outside of that, I think we're good to go. All right, so let's take a quick look at the trading block. So what I did was I added some more players to the Untouchables list. If you look over to the far right, you'll see obviously MJ Everett is there. He's the best player on our team, a franchise player. We don't want him to go anywhere. Austin Rivers has been playing really good. So that's Shabazz Napier, Dwight Howard, and Jabari Parker. So this is pretty much the core of the team right now. So I don't want them to be tampered with their morale or things like that by their names popping up in trade requests and things like that. But as the season progresses, some of these guys will come off of this list, and some of them will stay on it. And as the front office decides to move some players around, obviously the people on this list will change. But for right now, this is the core that we want to keep intact. There's obviously 3 starters on this list and 2 reserves. So I feel like that's a good roundabout of the roster, trying to keep at least the core nucleus intact for the first unit and for the second unit. And then you can see over on the trading block, I added TJ Leaf and Kyle Anderson. Those are the 2 guys that don't really get a lot of playing time. But again, I just found out some information about TJ Leaf, about him being a Sonics fan as a kid, and he's really loyal and things like that. So we, depending on what the offers are, he has 2.5 stars, so it's not that great, but it could be worse. Kyle Anderson only has 2, so I don't foresee us getting a lot of trade offers for him unless it's going to include draft picks and things like that. So I basically just put these 2 guys on the trading block to see, just to see what I could get for them. Maybe we get some draft picks, or you never know. A lot of these guys are on one-year deals, so there's a good chance that I might not even be able to re-sign a bunch of them, because I definitely can't do contract extensions right now. But once the season is over with, we'll see what happens. A lot of these guys might just fall back into free agency, but we'll see what happens. But I just wanted to take a quick peek in here and show you guys the additions that I made to the Untouchables list, and then we'll keep this thing moving.